Whoa, that's a pretty neat skin. Hey everybody, I'm back. Sorry about the however long delay it was. I don't know, like I missed 2 streams. Yeah, there we go. You see, it's because my internet went out. There was a local outage in the area, like something happened. I'm not 100% sure what. But the internet was out in the area, except it also turned out that we had a specific problem with the cable going to our house. So usually the underground cables are buried in conduit in order to protect them because, yeah, they're quite fragile things. But when ours was installed 4 years ago, they didn't put it in conduit. It was just raw cable just hanging out there. I mean, obviously it was like rubberized or whatever they wrap the cables in, but that's not enough to insulated. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for, not rubberized. But that's not enough to protect it from something. And of course, hey, yeah, relatively fragile copper cables. Yeah, so they ran a new cable for us in conduit, and yeah, everything is back to working. And I'm finally catching up on stuff very slowly from the past several days of only having internet access on my phone, which is a gosh darn nightmare because I have a phone with a touch screen and those are not good, is all I can say about it. And basically, I don't know when the update went up for this, but there was an update posted for Risk of Rain 2 here. I'm going to tab out for a second. And I'm going to look up and see what the date was. August 21st. Okay, so this update was posted on Wednesday saying that the upcoming DLC for Risk of Rain 2, Seekers of the Storm, the second DLC for the game, is going to be coming out on August 27th. And I very much like this game, and as much as I usually am not a great fan of giving money to anything Gearbox related, Gearbox is hardly the worst company in the video game industry, but they tend to be one of the more aggressively awful ones. Like they kind of make you retch a little bit. But this is like the one thing that I will bend for on my policy regarding Gearbox Entertainment is actual Risk of Rain games. I'm not doing anything to do with that fucking mobile game that they may or may not have released. May have just been a thing that they were like teasing or something. That's just dog end, you know. Just trash. So that is not in the wheelhouse, but this is. I will buy Seekers of the Storm. I will hold my nose while I do it, but I will buy Seekers of the Storm. So, while I was prepping for this, I suddenly became aware that there was an update intervening between which ruined my settings. So hopefully all my controls and shit are fine, but my audio was not. It was jacked all the way up. But more importantly, they added in a few new things. The first of them we're seeing here is this additional skin for the mercenary, who now is the only character with 3 skins. So hopefully everybody is getting something getting a new paint job in Seekers of the Storm. I think that would be nice. And they also added 2 new things for us to unlock, 2 new artifacts for us to go pick up. So we're gonna try to do that. We're gonna see if we still got it. Oh, also they added a new stage, but that isn't an unlock. That's a thing that we'll see if we see it, you know? Ah, yes, of course. The game saw fit to spawn an enemy right underneath us as soon as we started out. It's here to welcome us back. It's a good thing I didn't turn on all my artifacts immediately, otherwise I would not be having such a good time. Somehow that worked. Okay. So yes, this new mercenary skin, by the way, if anybody's like, that looks a little familiar, it is apparently a reference to the game Dead Cells, which is one that's been on my wish list for a minute, because I remember seeing another streamer play Dead Cells, and I thought, oh, that looks kind of cool. But that was absolutely years ago, and I don't know if I'd still be as sold on it now. I haven't thought about it in a while. And I admit that while I like the roguelikes that I do, I'm pretty sure that Dead Cells is a roguelike, by the way. While I enjoy the roguelikes that I enjoy, I do kind of think that the genre is a little bit of it's a little bit of a cheat button, I think, for developers who don't have a full retinue of, you know, level design chops or any sort of control when it comes to ideas sometimes. You know, stuff like Balatro and stuff like that, you know, that's not exactly all that... Ooh, Void Sent Flame. That's a nice item. I just need to not get murdered. Oh, the thing that shot me was a golem, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm a little too glass cannon when I'm playing as the mercenary. I am so not suited to this anymore. I need someone who's a little bit hardier. And quite frankly, the multi might be overdoing it, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna try this out and get out of our cube here. And yeah, for those of you who don't remember a whole lot of Risk of Rain 2, yes, the multi starts out slow as heck. In fact, I forgot about that. I don't even know if the multi is actually slower than any of the other characters. I'd have to like do tests. But it just feels slower, and its animations are just kind of like they have a very sluggish feel to them. Oh, that's a plasma shrimp. Oh, yes. Oh, ladies, gentlemen, and others, we are in flavor country. The game just immediately feeding me Seymour. I don't know where the rest of this bit is going. Ah! Help! Eject! Eject! Well, there's our teleporter. But it would be nice to get a couple more items, like, I don't know, a little bit of firing rate would be kind of handy. Oh, the handy, that's a different character. Oh, sorry, that's a Risk of Rain 1 thing. I missed the handy from RoR1, but I don't know how well it would translate here. I mean, the multi kind of already is just the handy, but a little more 3D friendly. So anything else to report? Well, first of all, from what I've seen from some folks earlier today, and I don't know necessarily how, like, completely accurate this is, but apparently, at the very least, the front page of Vim's Lair appears to be down, and folks are having to go around back, basically, to get at any of the images and stuff. I'm using the term images in the sense of, like, disc images / cartridge images. You know, to slightly walk around saying the word in case that's still a little bit verboten. Even though, I mean, that's, like, the worst kept secret in all of anything that probably literally everybody is emulating on this website. Even when they're not. But regardless, so that's a little unfortunate. I kind of was I am still kind of strongly considering, I'm saying kind of a lot for some reason, going and tracking down one of the mods of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. One of the, probably the 15 by 15 mod, which would be the 15 times starships, 15 times card drops, in order to reduce the amount of grinding, because otherwise that is going to get really tedious real fast. Because, I'm sorry, FM is not a game with a lot of content. I do kind of want to play that at some point. And I also considered grabbing the randomizer of that. And I didn't want to deal with the hassle of going into that today because, yeah, just I don't think I have a copy of FM saved anywhere on the hard drive. I could probably just rip it myself using whatever CD copying software, because I do own a copy of FM. But yeah, whatever. That's cool though, by the way, Irene. I was talking over it because I wanted to at least finish my point, but before I forgot, because I'm pretty good at forgetting. It's a talent that I've built up over the years. And it helps when you're trying to forget everything about yourself before you turn 30. That's only partially a joke. While my internet was down, unfortunately, I did start rereading Homestuck. Yes, I'm as ashamed of this as you are. Probably even more so. How are we doing? We've basically just started. We've died once, so that's cool. So I do at least like that I have the Homestuck archive application. I'll say that because I downloaded that donkeys years ago. The last time I reread it, which was probably at least 2 years ago. Which is great because A, then I can view it offline, and B, because he started, because Andrew Hussey started changing certain things as like part of a retcon for it. Andrew Hussey, not to be confused with Wayne Hussey. Oh, that's a bit of a weird reference that I'm not expecting like any proportion of any audience ever to be like, oh yeah, I get what you're going for there. No, yeah, does anybody even know who that bandit? Oh Jesus! Ah, the laser beam! Ow! Ouchies! Oh, the fire! Oh, disgusting! It's a good thing that Ronald's band is doing some good work for us. I'll say that. But this relatively small amount of shield that we have is not going to help sustain our plasma shrimp. We need to buy some shield gens or something like that. I know I say buy like I can necessarily control that they're going to show up. I will say this, I feel like the shield generators are like bizarrely common. They show up like all the time, even when you're like, hey, yeah, I don't need it. Poor man's Armored Core 6. I feel like that's what I'm controlling right now, and I mean, I feel like describing it as for poor people is not necessarily wrong because, hey, I still haven't bought AC6 yet. I need to. I think it's finally in a position where it's like occasionally going on sale too, so it might be a significant bit more affordable for my incredibly cheap ass. Would you enjoy Armored Core 6? I'm not 100% sure what your, like, overall experience with the Armored Core franchise is. You probably have stated before. I'm assuming that it's of an equal level of quality, more or less, to a lot of the other games in the series, which most Armored Core games I've played have been quite good. and generally people have been quite positive about AC6. I have heard a remarkable lack of like absolute grognards coming in being like, oh, the old games were better. So I'm gonna assume that means it's pretty fucking good. But yes, the Armored Core games are indeed as difficult as you've heard. And in fact, I did demo that a little bit by playing Armored Core 3 a while ago. I think you caught some of that, so you probably are cognizant of how that game can be. The answer is sometimes an absolute rat bastard. But if you don't mind a fair bit of challenge at times, then I'm sure that you'll probably enjoy it. It seems like a lot of the action has been maybe made a little bit faster moving compared to older games in the franchise. Oh god, we're ow. That was painful. Sarah, okay, no, the void seed's done. All right. You know, very much the level of like the action gaming is sped up a little bit from what I've heard, and I just generally think that it works pretty well for what it is. And yeah, the building aspect is quite fun. The level of customization that you're permitted for your builds and the wide array of strategies that are enabled at any given time. Generally, I feel very positively about this franchise. I'd say if you couldn't tell, but also, I mean, you probably couldn't because I am, like, bad at talking. Oh, that sucks. Oh, don't like to see that. But we did get an encrusted key, which is pretty nice. If we're able to live through this level, which we may not. Because those bells do so much damage. But thankfully we managed to kill it nice and fast. So it worked out for the perfectly acceptable, you know? I think we got all the buggos. All right, good. Pick that up. I tend to be a little bit favorable towards quads because, again, depending on the game, and this is mostly based on my experience with the PS2 era, they tend to be very well-rounded. But yeah, if you're going for a tank, you're definitely not going to have a particularly agile machine, but you are going to be very tough to put down as long as you can clear out your enemies reasonably fast. Because there are a lot of situations where even a good tank will get tore up pretty fast because of the inability to dodge. But a large part of that also comes down to like level of comfort with higher speed stuff too. Ah, good, we got a buckler. That's handy, I think. We're probably not going to be sprinting as much with this dude as we'd like to for something like that. Yikes. Good knockback game. Yeah. So at the very least, you do have the ability that you are very good as a tank at taking down like singular targets. Tanks, I find, tend to fight well in the arena, even if for missions they rarely are that good. Like, it was great for that massive weapon, Massive MT is what it was called in AC3. Because it could just take a lot of abuse from the amount of attacks that it had that are a pain in the ass to dodge anyway. and you could carry such big weapons to help kill it off faster that it ultimately all kind of balanced out pretty well. I haven't played that game in a while. I probably should do that because I did want to have a full set of complete stuff on a channel at some point. Because, hey, I think Armored Core 3 and its sequel are quite neat. Oh god, the water is just opaque if your camera's... Well, you can't see out of it if your camera's below it. There we go. That's a better way of putting it. Oh, did I say AC4? I meant Armored Core 3 and Silent Line being the next game in the Armored Core 3 little subplot there. Armored Core 4 is one that I'm significantly less familiar with. Because AC4 plays a lot different and is more oriented around... would I play it? I'd give that a possibility. I do have a copy, so it wouldn't be hard to do. Okay, I'm just making sure because I don't have a great memory, and also sometimes I just say things that are incorrect. We got a scrapper. That's pretty nice to have on a map. I don't know if we're going to be able to put it to use because we likely don't have any... I didn't see any 3D printers to feed anything to. And I like most of my green items right now, so stockpiling towards a red is not going to be so much of a thing, although it would be nice to, because we have that regenerating scrap, so we can basically... They'll regenerate. as one would expect. So we'd be able to basically have them again for the next time we wanted to do trades and stuff. But again, I think we'd kind of have to actually get anything for that. And I think there's an area of the map that I haven't explored yet. I do want to go check the top area and see if the Newt altar is there. Because I didn't look for it at the time. And if we can go to the shop, that would be kind of helpful. There we go. Feed him some of our disgusting amount of money. Of our blue coins. And there's nothing over here. That's a bit tragic. Get out of the thing. Ooh, that seemed like some good work done. Alright. Let's roll. Show me some... it's a pretty easy boss, actually. Get our BFG sizzling there. Nice. Oh, that damage output was pretty great. Leeching Seed. I actually am going to dispose of that. The buckler, and I am not exactly convinced, I don't think, of the value of the fuel cell. I don't think it's doing as much for us as the shuriken or the other thing. It's only a 15% decrease to our BFG's cooldown. We'd rather have a better item at some point if we even bother with that. And in a case like that, we would also probably just want to have Gesture of the Drowned and stack a bunch of those. How much customization does this game have? It's got a pretty decent amount. You can unlock a large amount of, well, large, I guess? You can unlock a decent amount of new skills for each character. So you can tweak that stuff. You get a couple of, every character gets an alternate paint job, so you get a little bit of cosmetic stuff there. There are things that you can choose to alter the game mode. Game mode, I guess, or, you know, a little bit air quotesy there, but the items are called artifacts, and I can show those off a little bit. And they basically fundamentally alter various things about how the game plays. Like, there's one that you can set that is more on the negative side to cause all of your allies to die if one of you dies, which is, you know, very high risk. One that randomizes what character you're playing as each map. And, you know, more straightforwardly positive ones like the command artifact, which lets you choose items within a specific rarity tier when you get a drop. Although you do have to pick that out of a menu, so it can end up screwing you a little bit, but I digress. Not on the same level of an Armored Core kind of thing, though. There's a little bit. And I mean, saying, oh, there's more playable characters, that doesn't really count to me, I don't think. Although I guess how much do game modes and any of that stuff count either? Alright. Now, long-term players, look away. I'm doing something completely goofy right now by doing that. The Scrapper will turn your unwanted items into these item scraps. Item scraps can be used in a... If you find a 3D printer on a map, you can use it to trade an item of the same rarity as the item that the printer displays to get a copy of that item guaranteed. The scraps are selected first if you have them. And also we picked up 2 regenerating scraps, which are... They take the place of actual item drops, but they are basically green / uncommon tier scraps that regenerate at the start of every map. So once we're done in the shop here, once we purchase whatever the rare item is, we'll get them back at the start of the next map for what unknown amount that will be worth. Yeah, like, ooh, Hardlight Afterburner. That's pretty good. I'll pay the 3 coins in order to force the snow stage, because that's a lot easier for me to get around. Ooh, yes, this is looking pretty nice. Transcendence. Changes all of our health into shield, but increases our max health in exchange, which is great because shield is not susceptible to being healed the regular way, so... Yeah, how about, like, another couple of rerolls here? Yeah, one more will do. That's more than enough, really. Well, opinions are going to vary in terms of the balance. I would say that the character roster is by and large pretty balanced, except for a few characters who just aren't very good. But with those few exceptions, yeah, pretty much everybody is quite good. A lot of it just sort of depends on playstyle. And we're not even able to do enough damage to make the the newt angry at us. So we have failed in our mission or something. Off we go. Yes. And yeah, see, there our regenerating scraps came back. Now, we have a very awkward item to use with our Gestures of the Drowned here, unfortunately. But we will see about changing that sometime soon-ish. There I am, shooting at ghosts again, basically. Oh, the rats! Oh, they can be annoying, because they hop around and they're quite frustrating about it. An infusion! Alright. Gets us a little max HP every time we kill an enemy, up to a bonus 100 max. Which is perfectly fine by me. Alright, yeah, get some rest, buddy. Have a nice evening. Couldn't remember the word for a second there. Ooh, right. Our encrusted cache. I am going to wait on that. We're gonna let it cook. Actually, what we're actually doing is we are waiting to see if I find another rusted key, which our current encrusted key will automatically convert to another one, because that's how the item corruption mechanic works. I just bought that gunner drone basically without thinking, because I saw, oh hey, interactable object, it's a... That's gotta be a garbage can, right? Not quite. Instead, it took money from us. The turtle is a little weak. Crowbar, yes! Heck yeah! Crowbar is very good for our build. At least what we've got going on right now. Our power mode ability will let us do 2 of those, and the rebar gun is very high damage. It's great for one-shotting enemies if you're able to. And also we have that Void Scent Flame, which first of all is very good for setting up chain reactions, and second of all, I think that combos with the crowbar for increased damage for the explosion. There are some odd rules to some of that stuff in this game. Can we get a lightning bug? No, that's a remote caffeinator. That's not useful to us, like, at all, actually. Ooh, there's our fuel cell back. Heck yeah. I'll gladly accept one of those. Okay, so it's looking pretty unlikely that we're going to be picking up another key here. So I think I'm just going to end up cracking open the weird, gross purple carbuncle in a second. All right, what have you got for us, game? Ooh, there's another plasma shrimp, but we're taking the poly loot. We're gonna take our increased damage here. I feel like I would probably want more area of effect, really, so taking that and losing our ukuleles is not necessarily the cleverest play we've ever done, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Also, I did completely forget to go unlock the Newt altar for this level, for this run, because I'm an extremely not incredibly smart player, basically. Oh, geez, we're gonna have to drop that in a second to get some mobility going. Ooh, yes, Kajeros band. Heck yeah. Now that's what we like to see from that area of effect. I'm so glad I got that, because I think that the Kajeros band is gonna really help cover up for a thing that we're missing with this. is all I can say there. Now, if I hadn't been stupid about this, well, I don't know what to say past that, but oh well. It is what it is. And what it is, I'm not really sure either. Ooh, alright, we are in Siren's Call. Something's looking a little messed up out there. That does not appear like it should be drawing, I don't think. That seems like an error of some description. Ooh, we got some more fire rings here. Unfortunately, the other option is a Gore's Home, but we won't hold that against it. Ah! Oh, I'm in the basement. Right. Ooh, challenge the mountain. Yep. I can't not do that. Like, realistically. That never fails. It's just free items. There's no added challenge whatsoever. This will not go horribly wrong for me. Oh, nice. A little bit more gasoline. That'll prove quite helpful. do see the Wandering Vagrant down there. Is that the one from... Oh, no, it appears to be a new one. Wow. They're pulling out some stops, all right, to try to make this a little bit more challenging for me. Turret. I could buy the turret if I want to. Kind of don't. All right, we're almost to summoning the Alloy Worship unit, which is great. I love a challenge that invariably is going to end in something terrible happening. It's all right. I've fought that thing like a million times. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ooh. Yes, we're taking the clipboard. We want our shipping request form. Listen, if I ever actually manage to pick up that VTuber thing properly, there will be no need of such that. Oh, this is a bad joke, and I should stop right now. Ah, oh, disgusting. That leeching seed is useless to me. That Warhorn, less useless. Ooh, hey. That thing blowing up got the last egg for us. Here we go. It's time to fight the Alloy Worship unit. All the fucking red visuals are making it look worse. I was gonna say my DPS is terrible, but I did just switch into that mode. Oh, careful. Yeah, let's avoid getting roasted. Our health bar is pretty big, but pretty big only takes you so far. Ooh, off we go. It's all right. We can only take 1 point of fall damage at a time thanks to our Transcendence, because our max HP is counted as 1. For that purpose... Oh, God. Can I heal, please? Get off my... everything. There we go. Alright, we're back to full shield. Fullish shield, anyway. Alright, come on, good item. Big money, big money, big money. Desk plant! Fuck you, game! Fuck you! Like, seriously? That's not a good item even in a run where it is useful! Man, at least buy me dinner first. You know what I'm saying? Over the top? Overkill? Yeah, probably a little bit. Yeah, I'm overdoing it a little bit. But man, that is worthless to us right now. And what are even the odds of a red 3D printer showing up? They're like... No, that's what the odds are. No. So I guess I'll just take my dead weight and be happy about it. Well, I'm clearly not, but that aside, everything else I said was true. At least that sentence. There we go. I saved it, I think. Ah, yes. It's time for some worms. It do kind of look like Armageddon out there, but, oh. What's that? Nobody really cares about that series anymore? Ah, good. There's our squid polyps. I was afraid we were getting drops that were too good. After that fucking desk plant. What a pity there's no scrapper on this map that I saw. Okay, there's some shit up here that we can pick up. Hopefully some of it's, like, usable. Oh, one of them's a drone. And that is a stone flux pauldron. That thing is just going to make us even slower. So I really don't need that. Well, let's go to the newt shop and look at the items and be like, oh boy, I'm gonna lose all my good shit if I pick up any of those. Okay, yeah, it's just as well that that red is not to our current play style here. Otherwise, I might actually have a fair cause to be sad. Ah, wrong item. Take another bug. That's right, give me some more max HP. I would seriously appreciate if the game could cough up this Spinel tonic, and it did not. Well, can we at least hurt this guy yet? Defend him? Yeah, there we go. Hooray, we hurt the newt's feelings. Yay, we're the greatest. Except for everyone else. We've got, the void crustaceans that I forget the name of exactly in here. I can't tell that from the uprooting, the column shots, whatever you want to call them. Okay. No items in the... Well, I mean... That thing might be good. Possibly the ignition tank? I mean, we have a source of fire in the form of gasoline. I think the Kilimanjaro's constant damage also, maybe. Harvester Scythe, oh, I mean, I guess 5% crits, but I probably should be a little bit more aggrieved about that, really. Yeah, there we go. There's our Void Reaver hanging out there. Alright, come on, arrest your friends. That's right, be both the good and bad cop at the same time. Ooh, a Void Cup. That might be worth a lot of money, actually. I thought for some reason I had 3 wax quails because I saw another one in the shop and I was like, oh, yeah, surely I have one of these already. And the answer was no. Well, the answer was, hell with it. The answer was a word or two. I don't know anymore. We got the alpha constructs here. That's not a useful item. That, however, is pretty good. I'll take a cup of coffee. That's right, one of your favorite Earthbound enemies, the Scalding Coffee Cup. Ooh, do I want that? Do I want the Singularity Band? It would be pretty strong right now, but I think the answer is going to have to be no. Ah, Weeping Fungus. That is useless to us, because at least Bustling Fungus can be turned into scrap. If we take the Weeping Fungus, then we can't do that anymore. And of course, it can't heal us because we're in shield mode. Since we took the Transcendence, our entire health meter is shield, which cannot be affected by heals, so basically. Those Lensmaker glasses are pretty good, though. Oh my god, yes, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Pick it up properly. Royal Capacitor, yes! Wow, okay, game, you're really being mean today. It knows how long I've been gone, and it really wants to welcome me back in style. However, maybe I shouldn't complain, because it did give me a capacitor, and that's a pretty damn strong item. I don't think that's useful of a move considering what we want to do here, but it seems worth a shot. Yeah, let's enhance our Void Scent Flame. I don't think the ignition tank is enough of a big deal for us at the moment. Although then again, that dropped in. It's like almost the game trying to sway me from being, you know, from feeling like I've made a satisfactory purchase. We're not going to get anything better than the capacitor, but popping that open to release some fireworks, that's not necessarily a bad idea either. I think we're pretty close to done sponging this map for items. Yeah, unfortunately that is a completely useless drone for us right now. We don't even have, not arms race, I forget what the item is called in this game. It's called arms race in Risk of Rain 1, but spare drone parts, that's right. We don't even have that, so we can't let that thing have any sort of combat utility whatsoever right now. A pity. Now that might be useful, but it only might be useful, really. Oh. Alright, so that's a good reason to spend time goofing around for a little bit, because... yeah, 5,500 for a free red item. And by free, I mean not free at all. Extremely expensive, actually. But... guaranteed red item. There we go. That's probably a better way to put it. We're pretty close. We need... oh, pardon me, it's 5,900. That's only marginally more difficult. Although, sadly, we're not at the point that the game is spawning bosses at us, which would probably hasten things a little bit. But we're there, so it's fine. Alright, let's see something decent. Brilliant Behemoth. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes. That is more than pretty decent. Alright, let's go. It's boss time. And there was a chest there that I missed. Kai constructs. Fuck, these guys suck. These are probably the most annoying boss that we would have available right now, but they seem to be getting shredded pretty severely, so you know what? I'm okay with that. Ooh, a death mark. That's probably never gonna proc for us, especially not with our current build, but I'll take it anyway. Okay, so we're not going there. I bamboozled or something, I don't know. I didn't know such thing. It's time for us to go over here, because we've got a couple of relics to unlock. And by relics, I mean artifacts is what they're actually called. Now, I've got the combinations pulled up over here, because like hell, I'm going to go find these myself. I don't even know where you would look in these cases, because they're completely new. Alright. It's less. Oh, that is red, actually. Wow, okay. Sweet. Oh, right. We go over here to submit formula. Okay. And it takes, like, forever to open the portal. Ooh, all right. So the artifact of, hang on a sec, I gotta rearrange my windows so I can see everything. So this artifact lets you reach. When you gain an item from a chest, the game will remember it, and once you complete the teleporter event or otherwise are able to advance to the next stage, you will be allowed to take a chance with any of those chests for another free item. In this case, a duplicate of what you got for it. But you have to remember what item came out of those chests, and you have to answer a quiz for it correctly. And if you fail, then you lose a copy of the item that you guessed. Which, if you're quite good at this sort of thing, I suspect that you could stand to gain quite a lot from this particular mechanic. Excuse me, but I am not, so I am not even gonna fuck with this on like any occasion, I don't think. But I feel it's important to have everything unlocked, so we're going for it. Yeah, especially when the items are as inspiring as Hunter's Harpoons, you know. That item that's never disruptive or anything. Ooh, there's a logbook. I have that logbook already, but I'm gonna fail at it a couple times just for fun. Because I see a logbook and my brain's like, hey, pick it up, idiot. That was badly done indeed. Well, like I said, I already have it, so perhaps I should stop goofing around, but the urge to goof is pretty great. And we got there eventually anyway. Hooray! Ugh. Now, to complete these challenges, do I have to, like, go somewhere to hand my artifact bits in? Is that what the rub is here? Because otherwise, this seems like really like nothing's going on here. Ooh, okay, there we go. Alright, now things are happening. Oh, some goat hoofs would be nice. But I don't really want to throw too many just blindly in there because I know that I'll lose good items for it. Coffee cup's nice. Where am I in relation to that artifact key? There it is. Oh yeah, I gotta go and walk them up every time, don't I? This feels different from what I remember, but also it's been so long since I've had to unlock an artifact that it should perhaps not be completely surprising that I don't remember what it's like. See another key shard over there. Or I did see another key shard over here anyway. Seems to be gone. That's a pity. Excuse me. How much is this going to do to this thing when I hit it? Oh, so it's a full 100k every time. Nice. Its gunfire appears to be getting more intense, but I'm not exactly certain. And quite frankly, it doesn't seem strong enough in that regard to actually be an issue. Really, my greatest threat to me right now is my own ineptitude when it comes to mobility, but actually, okay, the knockback is kind of intense. That could pose some issues. And I do need the game to, like, actually kind of get me a decent number of... I need the game to give me an artifact key is what I meant to say. Like, I haven't seen a drop in a minute here. There were a whole lot more spawns, to be honest with you. There it is! Yes! Alright. Now let's shut this thing off. Ooh, down I go. There we go. Alright. So... now it's just a matter of jump at it. Yeah, there we go. Completed the Trial of Delusion, and now I don't know how to get out. It's up there. Okay. Well. Let's go back to the real game. And resume on a level 1 here. I'm scrolling back down on the list to see what the other artifact code is for when we get there, because hopefully we will. Unfortunately, this is also one of the level 1s that has, like, the hardest to... yeah, we're so not getting to that newt. That's unfortunate. However, there's a shield generator in there. Nice. Backup magazine. I mean, we do sort of use our grenade a little bit, but that's not a hugely valuable item. Take some razor wire. I didn't realize we already had one. Getting more just increases the radius that it hits at, which is still quite valuable, but it's not like necessarily super important to stack a bunch of them. Ooh, delicate watch. That's nice, but also could be some rough going with that. Oh god. Yep, glad to hear about those guys, because they hurt. And there's our Gore's Tome that we neglected last time, because it's not a good item. But, you know what? It gave it to us, and we don't have a whole lot of choice in the matter, so we may as well just take it. Oh, that sucks. That's awful. I mean, I had that one time, but it was open, you know, no lens treasure chest games, so that doesn't count. Although that did, like, have me stuck for several hours not knowing what to do, which was funny in retrospect. But at the time, a little less so. Alright. Let's just activate the teleporter. We can see if there's more items to scavenge afterwards. Ooh, yes, Beetle Queens. Very easy. Very easy. I appreciate anytime the game wants to give us a boss fight that's this free. I mean, yeah, at that point, just absolutely just fucking save state through it because, hey. It does reset every time you enter and leave the chest game, right? I assume that to be the case. Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be, but I just had this weird moment of like, wait, is it like that? Okay, yeah. Otherwise, that would be really silly, yeah, because there's no, like, feeling it out then. It's just pure dumb luck. With dumb being the operative word. Wait. What's my phone buzzing about? I'll take a look at that in a second. I'm probably just getting spam emails, as usual. So we get rid of that first, because that is actually legitimately completely useless to us. And that as well. And that. Yeah. Because, yeah. Pick up a couple of those. We really don't need those. I don't think we need the Gore's Tome. The Death Mark is, unfortunately, just not going to be a thing, so... that can go as well. Oh, I've got 3 slugs. I really don't need those. Off with you. All of you. Cautious slugs. The Topaz Brooch, I don't think is... yeah, I'll toss those down the gutter. And get rid of that thing, because all it does is eventually create lag. And yeah, we'll get rid of that, just have a little bit more material for stuff. All right. Back in the swamp. And what's our item available here? Ooh, the armor-piercing rounds. Nice. Those will be quite helpful. Mmm. Okay, yeah, the Lost Sears lenses are not going to be a thing, because we haven't stacked lens makers that hard here. And we actually like our crit damage, so... Sadly, we can't go up there. There's another legendary chest, another... We're not even halfway to that. It's unfortunate. And Mountain had the song. Jeez, that's an interesting path that would happen there for sure. All right, so it's not the bottom pool here, which means that we're kind of out of a newt once again. It looks like. Oh, that's not great. That's pretty awful, actually. Closed Temple of Time. 2 spiritual stones, adult only. Oh god, you'd have to do some... I think you'd have to do some glitches and shit to get to that, then. It's kind of awful. Thanks a lot, randomizer. Okay, so that's where the newt is up on that pillar, but I don't have much in the way of any real vertical mobility items here. There's not even a chrysalis in this area to... I mean, yeah, that's certainly a possibility. I guess it depends if the local logic allows for glitch usage or not. Resonance disc. That's going to become a little bit more useful the longer this goes on, because otherwise the resonance disc is kind of a pain in the butt to charge. Heather, come on, game. Oh, I forgot to scrap those last map too. Oh well. It's fine. Ah, yes, giving you everything helpful except for the root items that you need to be able to use any of them. That sounds like the kind of OOT randomizer shenanigans that I would normally expect to see, really. Okay, come on, give me a flight item. No! It's just an apple. Dang it. That won't let us fly. Ooh, another shipping request form. So we'll start getting better items in future maps. Well, no sense dragging this out. Oh, this is gonna be it. No, it's just a jade elephant. Alright, I don't feel mad now. Oh, that's just ridiculous. There. Don't turret. Don't care. What's that green item? It's a buckler. It was worth a chance of getting something a little better out of the white question mark. Ooh, nice. More plasma shrimp damage. That's always good. At sticky bomb, less always good, but I mean, if it gets us closer to having a 100% chance of it triggering, that's nice. Getting us there slowly. Unfortunately, its damage doesn't scale with amount of stacks or anything. Definitely don't need two of those, because they don't provide more critical hit chance. We'll take the War Banner. That's pretty good. That gives us a nice boost whenever we start a teleporter event, so that'll help us out here and there. Old Guillotine. With how deep into the game we are, having one of those is definitely more important now. Oh. Hey, buddy. So rare that I get to see the Grove Tender. Grove Tender, yeah, that is their name. It's so rare that I get to see the Grove Tender attack in an effectual manner. That's kind of impressive. Because usually they just use that chain attack, which is like really bad. Oh, do we already have it? No, that's the sacrifice orb. I thought we already had a newt ready, but no, that's the other one. Trade those. We don't really need those too much, and they only provide 5% chance for crit, which we have a grand total otherwise of 16% crit chance, so pfft, who cares? I can afford to dump those, I think. What am I doing? Being disrupted, that's what is happening. Put that out. Otherwise, I think our items are okay. I'm trying to remember how to get at any of the newts in this stage. I could pick up a bunch of gasoline if I wanted to, but I don't know. I don't think it's important to stack that many. What's that? Bandolier. No. That's a slug. That's awful. Thanks, game, for putting something so crap into the world. It would be funny if it weren't so terrible. Monster Tooth printer. War Banner printer. Definitely don't need that many, because all they do is add range. They don't proc more often, they don't give you better stat boosts. It's not really necessary. Not with how this game is built. Like, I wouldn't call them completely valueless, but not very valuable either. And over we go. All right. It's time to do the thing. And we got the big urns. The killer teapot monsters here. Oh, thank you for that hoopoe feather that I could have used last fucking level game. Always good with a timely item distribution. This game knows what it's about. And in particular, it's about not getting me what I need on time. By this point, we should all be hyper aware of that. take the blue portal. Make sure we don't take the celestial portal. It's okay. They're much more differentiated now than they were in early access, where it legitimately could have been an issue. Right, don't look at the guy. He'll throw you out immediately if you do. Take the bug. There we go. That's the item we've been looking for a while. I mean, I love the electroshock device, but my elixir of immortality. Giving us that nice stat boost. Not necessarily immortality, but... Ooh. I completely believe that, Lears. If we're at that point, then by all means, yeah, keep in mind, I still need a stack for the environmental tech machines, so... Yeah. Grab that thing, and... Well, yeah, but we do that all the time anyway, and quite frankly, who fucking cares? That's... You know, I hear you groaning, but I'm not really giving a shit right now. I mean... It is what it is. It's... Hey, you're never gonna reach max efficiency in any of these packs, and that's almost the point. Yeah, but I think I knew that already, Lears, so I'm not too bothered about it. I'll be quite honest with you. I just sort of assumed that it probably would have been too much, because, like, I don't know how heavily customized any of the UU meta costs are, except for, like, some very specific things. And there aren't really a whole lot of the small number of guides that were recommending anything for that were like, oh yeah, you should absolutely clone diamonds, even though, yeah, they're a very commonly used crafting item. Like 24? What, as in 24, like the cost of 4 of those basic capacitors? 24? It's still actually kind of crap, come to think of it. That's... I mean, it's better than it could be. It's probably cheaper than 9 million EU, but also, like, that's still... That's not the most inspiring number, you know? I'd look at that and I'd be like, yeah, that sucks shit! Out of a straw, no less! With a fucking shop vac. Okay, maybe not that far, but... well, I mean, yeah, again, the other part of it is also that, like, we have time. Time is a resource that we have a lot of. We can just sit around and, like, let things cook for a day if we want to. And just do, like, the low load stuff. Such as the bit where I slowly peel my own face skin off at the thought of what I have to do with the environmental tech stuff. Especially when I decide to start upgrading that, because... Yeah, once I actually set up the Flawless Calculator, I'll probably end up upgrading the solar array to tier 3. By the way, which is why I'm starting to make extra parts for it now. Even though I'm kind of puking in my mouth a little bit at the prospect. Ugh, I need another set of 4 empowered diamantine blocks. And a bunch of other bullshit for that. But that'll give us a massive power overflow, basically, in terms of production that we can use to apply to any of our other RF shit. I'm sure that I was gonna say, I'm sure the cycle here is gonna be such that I don't get my my horn boost basically at all for this fight during a useful time. But worse yet was the alloy warship unit going behind walls, in very specific walls, because of how it was being bounced in the air. Is that? No, it's the Wake of Vultures. I was like, is that the meat hook? No. Nope, 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 it's not. That's a pity. Is that a void orb that we have on there? I really don't want to do that. Ah, yes. Good of me to have apparently pressed jump a little too late and lost my other jump. Oh, now I overshot. And I overshot the other way. Fun. Got it! Okay, now we can go. We've accomplished our goals for this stage. Ooh, hey, another void scent. I'll take a void scent flame. Lovely bit of business there. Don't go in the void portal. That's a bad idea. You feel free to go in the blue portal. Alright. What do you got for us in the shop here, Lizard Man? Absolutely garbage rare. I'll take more jumps, though. Those are good. Now, I'm picking up more shells, even though I don't really need them, because we don't necessarily have a guarantee of picking up war horns. And it would be nice to have that effect active more often. Like, normally, if I was just playing with Command Artifact or something, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Alright. That's enough of the shop. Oh wow, we got a massive chunk of cash real fast there. Hooray! Useless book. Oh, the game is taunting me a little bit now. We've got 2 world capacitors in the shop. Very funny game. Very funny. I appreciate it. Ooh, credit card. Rubik's Cube. I'm kind of tempted to pick up a Rubik's Cube, actually. I've got birthday money coming in soon. Bizarrely enough, I don't think I own a Rubik's Cube. I feel like that's something that one would imagine I would have. But also, every time I think about Rubik's Cubes now, I just think about this one time. I don't remember why I ended up on this particular site, but it was selling, like, lubrication for Rubik's Cubes, you know, because speed cubing is a thing. Which I gotta ask, is that, like, fair? It made me think immediately of the stories about Smash Brothers players, Melee players in particular, and it's like, oh, their controllers are broken in a very specific way in order to facilitate better gaming. I don't know how true this is, but this is, again, a story I've heard. And it feels like one of those things like that feels a little underhanded. And, you know, using an adulterated cube in any particular way, is that considered to be less than above board or what? But also just the phrase cube lube is very funny to me. Like anything that rhymes like that, any sort of like 2-word, 2-syllable rhyme like that, it has a specific cadence that sounds good to the ear. But when it's a phrase like cube lube, I don't know, something about that, like, becomes significantly funnier. And I cannot necessarily easily explain why. It's meat. I mean, I could trade my healing items for that. I can get more max HP, which would actually kind of be alright. But it's still a little underwhelming. Hey. That. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what most of the channel waits. It's just sort of a recurring element. And of course, with my roguelike luck, I mean, I very rarely get the crazy, stupid pop-off runs without a little bit of elbow grease. Like, I still have yet to get any runs in Balatro where it's like the hilariously stupid runs where people get like Prakio and the Observatory and just massively pump a singular hand all the way up to stupid levels because they just stack infinite of a planet card that gives them a multiplier in their inventory. I have yet to have that happen to me, so roguelikes can be quite amusing for that particular reason. Okay. Teleporter. Oh, no chance at it. That's okay. The boss items for this level would all be pretty bad because the bosses don't have good yellow tier items. Oh well. Ah, yes, really useful drop there, game. Thanks a lot. So this is a counterpoint to the thing that I got this level. It's almost useful. Almost, in like very large letters, almost. Alright, so the one we're looking for here is the Artifact of Devotion. It's triangle. Diamond. Triangle. Square. Diamond. Square. Diamond. Triangle. Diamond. And remember to submit at the laptop over here. It really is just a laptop. And I find that incredibly amusing. Alright, here we go. Broken drones are replaced with Lemurian eggs. Give an item to them to hatch, and you'll gain a follower. And the follower will gain abilities based on the item that you fed it. That's kind of cool. In concept, anyway. I don't think I would willingly play with it, but maybe as like a test run thing. That's shield you. That would be quite nice if there was a scrapper on this map, which there almost assuredly will not be. Also, if I get some spawns, I heard something spawn in. So you're raising a chow. Basically, I come to think of it, yeah. Go off the edge. Oh, it went off the edge. God damn it, game. I thought you fixed most of those. Ooh. Well, I just wasted some money. Oh, well. See model design. I probably didn't because, you know, I haven't kept up so well in the last few days, and I haven't gone back through a lot of stuff to go look, because, yeah. If it got posted earlier today, it's very possible that I just missed it because of, you know, odd flow of amount of messages getting posted on the site at any particular time. Is there a yellow thing? If one has spawned yet, which I suppose it probably hasn't. Oh, I heard the sound. Oh, that's why I heard the sound, is because it was that close. Oh, well. I might have missed it then. I did also fall asleep early yesterday, so that's a possibility. Possible reason why I might have missed it. I'll have a look for it later. Excuse me. Don't mean to yawn. It just happens sometimes. A lot. And there we go. We have officially unlocked all of the items once again. We're in that state. Again, for like the... probably the first time in a couple months, technically, but I haven't played this in a while, so... But hooray, we did it again for what has been years, really. Part cat? Not yet, but give it long enough. Something joke about trans people and cat girls. I don't know where I'm going with this. No, it's okay. People think that's funny and not rude. Which, when I say it like that, sounds worse. But I don't know. Oh, there's quite a lot of death going on here for sure. Well, everyone's canceling their subscription or something. Hey, what's up, Tav? Oh, it's because I was yawning a lot, so Irene was like, "Hey, are you turning into part cat now or something?" And I said something that was like, "Yeah, insert joke here about trans women and cat girls," because that is like sort of the common thing, right? You hear that, you see that a lot. Is that still a thing that is a recurring motif? Then again, I, as somebody who just looks like a fucking bear, basically doesn't relate to that, and, you know. Listen, I'm not very good at this whole presenting gender sort of thing. So, to be fair, I'm probably already getting... to be fair, I probably don't need to be, like, extra canceled even more, so... words. To be fair, I probably don't need an additional, I don't need extra help in the department of being canceled, I guess is what I'm trying to... something. Because people on the internet can be a little bit, unkind about that sometimes, is what I'm trying to say here. You know, unfortunately, certain layers of some of it has just become very normalized. That people have this platonic ideal, I guess, if you will. Although, are we allowed to call it a platonic ideal if it describes something they want to oh, sorry. That might get me in some shit. But I digress. It's okay. I just kind of expect that you're still kind of baffled over that Dynasty Warriors thing yesterday. So, yeah, parasocial relationship. Jesus, fuck, listen to you. We're actual friends, god damn it, you idiot. I don't blame you because, yeah, oh, game. You know, I would actually, like, start pissing and moaning about the game not giving me any good void items, but it gave me some really good ones, and it gave me a plasma shrimp as literally my first item, so, like, I can't be mad. This is a good run. Unfortunately, I have completely forgotten about what I'm talking about at this point, but, to be fair, that's probably A, for the better, and B, extremely normal for me at this point. we're shooting mogwais or something, I guess. I kind of don't know if those creatures actually look like mogwai or not. When a mutual friend of mine in Lears just describes them as being mogwais, so now mentally it's just like, yeah, you know what, those are mogwais now. Their actual in-game name is like Blind Pest or something. Which, first of all, are you allowed to say blind on Twitch? This is a joke about the fact that that was what they did with regard to toxicity on the platform, as they cracked down on people using the phrase blind playthrough. This is a thing that we all know already, but I'm describing it anyway because I feel, just to make sure that we get the full context here, I'm not like trying to just make a joke about, you know, it's not just a PC gone mad joke, except for the part where it is, but I mean, I'm not an asshole, basically. Well, some people would probably disagree, but I digress. Yeah, it's like the thing is that Twitch has not been very good at, like, you know, dealing with any of its real moderation thing and any of the actual content, but they will deal with stuff that they can point at and be like, wow, look at this big thing that we did. Like again, particularly the blind playthrough thing. That they'll say, okay, well, we won't allow that because that's offensive to some focus group that probably didn't include any actual blind people. But they have numbers that they can point at or something. Meanwhile, any of the actual, like, anybody, you know, like, I'm sure that you could probably still get away with R-bombing if you're in the right stream. Especially if you make enough money for the company. But also, yeah, the complaints about the use of the word simp, that's a pretty funny one too. And yeah, blah blah blah, risking getting banned on my own channel for using it. It's in quotation, guys. Oh, these fuckheads are here. Oh god, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Wow. That was good timing. I mean, yeah, that's kind of very specifically the thing that I want to say about the simp thing is, first of all, they're out here trying to protect incels' feelings as if they actually have them to begin with. And second of all, most of the usage of the word simp that I have seen on this website has been, you know, self-deprecating references to oneself. And in fact, that's most of the usage of the word simp that I see just in general, period. Yes, but I think that was in a specific channel that wasn't specifically to do with Twitch moderation. Well, in the sense of, you know, nobody who works for Twitch kind of thing. And then a DDoS started. Yeah, King Gration. I'm almost glad that I don't think very much about logging into 14. I should do it for the Rising event when that starts or has started, but also that's okay. You didn't miss much anyway, so it's perfectly fine. I get it. You were too busy thinking about bee titties. Wait. Again, strange things that... for one to say. words. And your name? Sting. Wait, what? Sorry. I'm being terrible. To be fair, I've heard you get banned for like a lot of dumb things on streams. You just like to start arguments that make people hurt. And argument isn't really the correct word, obviously, but I mean, I'm referring to the time that you got banned for the phrase hoodwink's butthole. And the thing about bone sugar and cannibalism. Oh, it was just butt, not butthole, pardon me. I overcorrected butthole, butt to butthole. Wow, okay. I was thinking about the butthole surfers, I guess. I don't know. That's right. You're not a completely horrible person, just mostly. Wait, what? No, I'm the one who would follow it up with hole, and then I would get like mega banned. They'd have to invent a new form of ban for me. Oh my god, yes, we got the pocket ICBM, by the way. Hell yeah. That's it. That's game over, yeah. Like, I think maybe the only thing that stands a chance against us at this point is the Chuckle Nuts, the final boss. His name's not Chuckle Nuts, but also I couldn't remember his actual name is Mithrix. That's it. I think Mithrix is just going to be called Chuckle Nuts from here on out, because I don't know. It feels like a better... Oh god, I got flashbanged by one of the jellyfish bosses spawning in. Get out of here. My eyes. I will never recover from that. Oh, I'm about to get banned again. You can't discuss flashing or banging on this website. Wait. Oh, I knew I chose wrong in this life. I should have chosen at birth the path to become Dr. Oh god, I can't even say that myself. Ugh. I'm sorry, I just hurled a little bit from the joke I was about to make. We're okay now, we're okay. Hey, we got some glasses. Unfortunately, that won't help us in the case of large jellyfish showing in and making the screen color change. Yeah, I guess you're right. He didn't choose to be born an evil piece of shit. Maybe he did, though. I mean... Listen, I'm just saying that irrespective of anything else to do with the motherfucker, if you willingly call yourself Dr. Disrespect, you are the sort of person who would go back at your stat sheet at birth or whatever and willingly just write neutral evil over the alignment section, right? And just intentionally pencil that in that you were like, yes, I want to be the biggest schmuck known to man. You're on to me. It's Jover, everybody. We're pack it up, pack it in. This stream is so dead. It's okay. All I have to do is change the subject, and surely we'll be able to walk this back. So, yeah, new DLC for this game coming out in a couple days. I'm excited, even though it also means that I'll be funding Randy Pitchford's habits of regarding barely legal squirt porn. Oh, Jesus. Can't even talk about this. Oh, God damn it. Son of a bitch. Wait. It's... Jojover. Well, unfortunately, that would actually get my account killed because I can't, you know... I'm pretty sure that recently, too, Twitch, like, really upped a lot of their things about having copyrighted music in VODs. Which, hey, that's a real bitch if anybody wants to play Saints Row the Third or something on their stream, right? Because now you've got to turn the radio off forever, and even then, you've still got a couple of missions to actually just play literal IRL songs in them, and I don't think for even a moment that the machines are going to discriminate. Nor the human moderators that supposedly exist. But hey, who could have imagined that Twitch is not actually thinking with its user base in mind, just its bottom line? Oh, sorry, I was talking about Twitch and new regulations on copyrighted music, and by that I mean mostly just strengthening old ones. And how, yeah, that would be a real pain in the ass for anybody who wants to play something like that. And we have no real reason to purchase anything from this shop. It's pretty underwhelming. Did Metallica start crying about anything again?
Did Metallica start crying about something again?
I don't know, actually, if there's any, like, recent events that have resulted in it, other than Twitch just being like, oh, well, probably it's, like, shareholders getting nervy or something, kind of bullshit, but I don't know for sure. Thank you, by the way, for 51 months of subscription. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like any group like that did. But also I wouldn't know if there was any specific event that teed the whole thing off. Other than, hey, yeah, the shareholders getting a little bit testy or something. Okay, that lysate cell is useless to us. Because, okay, it's not useless. Our form change to go into power loader mode here is, it has a cooldown of like 6 seconds or so. It's technically a real item. You know what? Actually, I've got plenty of shells. I will go pick that up. That's pretty interesting. At least it is to me, on some level. So, hooray, I could play a copyrighted song on this stream and then have to remove it for the VOD or something. It's okay. I don't think that would be worth the effort. That item is not very useful to us either. Hey, coffee cup. Yeah, coffee. That's right. Now I can turn my helper robot here into a caffeine addict just like me. I think it's a virtual audio cable or something. Gotcha. Again, maybe I would look into it, but also, again, I'm not sure how big of a deal that is, but it is also like a very in my opinion, it's a little bit of a short-sighted thing here because I don't think that this is going to be well implemented. And again, specifically, this is a video game streaming website, which is sort of what I was getting at when I was talking about Saints Row, is because, yeah, that has copyrighted songs in it. What do? They just go, hey, F you for playing the game as it exists? Or are they actually going to be smart enough to be like, yeah, okay, don't look for that. But hey, just like any sort of business, they're only concerned about what makes them money. So, ooh, pluripotent larva. That is not useful. And that's probably also not a good way to pronounce that word. I believe it would more correctly be pluripotent, despite its resemblance to the word omnipotent. But also me pronouncing words in a funny way, who is surprised, right? That's just extremely normal. Oh my god, I feel like I remember this, and this 100% sounds like the sort of thing that would happen in a case like that. Again, don't leave this shit up to machines. It's almost like that's a really bad idea. Hey, completely useless drop. I don't think there was a scrapper on this map either. Which there have been scrappers on a couple of recent maps, and I've just been absolutely forgetting to put them to use. We got a chest there. That's just an item tube. We're not switching off the bottle. Well, again, is it... I don't know why I'm about to say this, but again, isn't Twitch still owned by Amazon? Like, suck it the fuck up, guys. Then again, that's not how capitalism works. I know that. Capitalism is a system designed to make everything go upward to the people who already have everything in a completely unsustainable manner, but who fucking cares as long as these rich people who, you know, will pull some weird Manifest Destiny shit somewhere down the line, I'm sure, to have everything because they deserve it, goddammit, or something. Or presumably anywhere with really bad laws about how much you're allowed to pay your workers, Mark. But yes, that is kind of what corporations use those countries for. Well, yeah, see, I've tried pitching that before, but then all the billionaires get a little bit nervy because then it's like, oh, there's no law in place saying that I can't, I should not finish this joke. And I need to emphasize, this is a bit. This is a bit. This is a bit. But it is also a really funny bit. Wait. That's... I don't think I should be saying that either. Ooh, Scorpion. Ooh, level choices that aren't great. Screw it, I'm buying another Scorpion. Yeah, tragically that is also kind of a thing, huh? God, have you all noticed that the world just, like, sucks completely? Everything is kind of awful. Ow. Well, we got a Void Seed. And there is a guaranteed red item here. So that's fine for single player, so... Yeah, it's pretty hard not to notice, isn't it, actually? In fact, that's true to such a point that I'm not 100% sure why I asked. Oh, well. What's that last little... Oh, geez, there's a super worm here. Okay, well, I guess the plasma shrimp really cleaned house here for getting that last monster for me. Ooh, another needle bug. Do we do co-op when the DLC comes out? I mean, probably. If it doesn't break. It sounds like a weird joke, but also I could completely believe them somehow fucking up the DLC, the co-op somehow. That's next Tuesday. Yeah, it's next Tuesday. And by next Tuesday, I mean, like, in a few days. In less than a week. Oh, I gotcha. Well, it's not like this won't be here after that. Ah, yes, the old turbo worm. It's one of the big times when I wish I was using the regular ultimate ability for this guy. Then again, we haven't seen a single one of the oh god, the tricorns spawn, so there would be no overloading tooth for us. Hooray, a second resonance disc. I think that might add a good chunk of damage, but also I would just prefer to have a little bit more variety for a rare item, but eh. Ooh, Shrine of the Mountain. Oh, they can be real jerks. But also, we're in good shape this run. And by good shape, I mean that the multi is just on massive amounts of drugs. And a Warhorn that is usually active. So... Oh yeah, we're not gonna get a ton of mileage out of that regenerating scrap because we're fixing to round out the run after the next last stage. Pardon me. In 2 stages from here. etc. But let's take that. Call these rewards? Well, I guess we did get them really easily in the loop there. Oh well. No, but there is an umbrella item in Risk of Rain Returns. Unfortunately, they haven't added that to Risk of Rain 2 yet. Although, then again, who knows what all is gonna be in the DLC? They might add that. They might add some of the other new stuff that they added to Risk of Rain Returns. There's still a couple of regular Risk of Rain items that aren't in this. They could just add none of it. Who knows? So there's that. I'm trying to think if there was a scrapper on this map, and I don't think there was. Let's take it home, everybody. Ah, yeah, here we go. The champion of eye destruction, and couldn't even be asked to give us his tooth. Well, what a cheapskate. Thank you, overloading worm. You're just as much of a dick as always. Okay, that's why I felt like my fire rate was so high. Is mostly because my shots were off, so I was hearing the sound like differently. Yeah. So we arrive with a huge pile of cash. From that, that's kind of funny. Not worth. Anything over here? Let's take a quick look. Get some more bugs. Nope. Hey, we got the newt. Yay. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Except, I guess, as a test of your DPS. Which is pretty decent here. Because we were able to kill the newt. My goal this run... So, when I started streaming, my goal was to get the 2 artifacts that I didn't have, because they added a couple new artifacts in a free update. So I got those. And my goal this run is hopefully just to beat Mithrix. And I haven't seen the regular ending in a while, so that'll be a refreshing change of pace. Or I suppose a regular ending would be a better way to put it. But, yeah. We're gonna beat Mithrix. We're going to leave through not going to fight the Voidling. Those crystals could be helpful. Okay, good. We've got a scrapper off in the corner. Oh, hey. Scavenger bag that I didn't even notice. Nice. That up. Especially because we got a bandolier already, too. So. Always bronzong, yeah. Because, I mean, well, big flying bell is just kind of, well, what else do you think of? But the other big flying bell. Which, weirdly, considering the theme... Oh, hey, second Shattering Justice, yay. Yeah. Weirdly enough, what I was trying to say here is... I don't believe Bronzong has ever in its entire history had an ability specifically related to weather. Which seems kind of odd considering the theme behind it. If I'm remembering things correctly, which I very likely am not. In fact, there's a lot of things here that I'm probably forgetting, but yeah, just levitate and heat shield. Or heat proof. I think it's heat proof. Whatever. Oh, that seems like a little much there, game. Mystery Dungeon. Excuse me. Yeah, I think letting Pokemon have multiple abilities seems like a really over-the-top and frequently kind of unbalanced thing. That seems like a bit of an issue. Now, if I just figure out where the heck the teleporter is... Oh. Did I really miss that? That's incredible. It's alright, it's just a Hunter's Harpoon. It's probably not going to change the world for me here. Ah, yes, one more chance to get absolutely no teeth. Oh, never mind! Spoke too soon. There's a charge perforator for us. Yay, Wormtooth. Yay. I'm leaving that last red whip for a reason. I'm going to come back for it. Yeah, that is a good choice overall, I think. Of them removing Steel's resistances to Ghost and Dark. Yeah, so what am I dumping down the can here? We're starting with these because they literally do us no good. And then we're following it up with those. We definitely don't need the Lepton Daisy. That is mortifyingly useless. Throwing those out because there's still one more of those around, and I don't need to be completely uncontrollable, just mostly. In fact, I'm going to go back and grab it right now just to make that clear. And medkits. Yeah, I don't need those. I don't know if war banners are of any use anymore at this point. In fact, I mean, how much were they in the first place? The bandolier isn't a huge deal. I don't find that the stealth kits are all that good. Oh, I got a slug and an elixir to dump here. Oh. Yeah, how'd that work out for you, buddy? Gore's Tome. Wow, I had so many of those. What the hell? Oh, right, because they were freebies from a recent thing. Oh, that's even harder to read. Okay, so I've got an even multiple of 5 of green scrap. I think I'm okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw out the topaz brooches because they don't seem to be that strong, especially with so few of them. All right, now off we go. And hey, our our use item cooldown is so low that we can, in fact, have our permanent Warhorn effect on. Oh, you jerks. Oh boy, another regenerating scrap. That is coming in a little too late there, game. But very funny, nevertheless, I think. What we got? We've got spare drone parts. We've got old guillotines. We've got ukuleles. So we can do our little YouTube apology. Apparently we'll need to, but more importantly, it's so we can deal some more lightning strike damage to our polylutes. And yeah, we may as well spend our scrap on the spare drone parts. I mean, they're just sort of there, but also this scrap isn't going to be useful for much of anything else. All right, so let's go for the higher risk pillars here of actually spending some... Fuck out of here, asshole. You too. Of actually going for the blood pillars while we have all shields. In fact, this might be a little too high risk because, well, we're blocking enough of the suck that we're taking. And I guess Colonel Droneman is helping out too. logbooks up here? Gone already? Does it expire over time? It might. The pillars are necessary to enter the final boss. You have to charge 4 of them. When you activate them, it's like a little mini teleporter event, and depending on which pillar you are in, it has different effects. The red pillars are blood pillars. They take like 10 seconds, I think, and they drain your health. So in theory, it's supposed to drain the entirety of your health meter to be able to fill it up. Adjust it for what, you know, of course, not counting how much you heal or how much damage you block. As was the case with us, we were damage blocking quite a lot. The glass pillars are, I forget how long they are. I think they're 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. I forget when they added it to. But I think it was at release, but I could be wrong. They have changed the final boss area since release, though. That much I believe is true. Yeah, so the glass pillars, the area shrinks as the timer goes. The spirally pillars, which we passed by one of them, we didn't do one. They constantly try to push you out of the zone, so you have to fight back against it the whole time. But again, medium short length for it. And then you have the ordinary, like, pure white pillars. Those have a charge time of 1 minute. And they have no special effects to them. Hey, we got him again during the form change. So it's very possible that he was taking a damage dealing debuff. And so we skipped his final form. Which is great because getting all of my items stolen would probably make things a little bit of a pain in the ass until I actually regain any of my good stuff. Which, knowing how this game works, I swear the game is like specifically set up so that way during the final phase of Mithrix, you get your items that increase your combat efficiency the least back first. Ooh, boy, am I gonna have to be fighting jailer enemies the whole time? No, we got these dudes too. Okay. Yeah. Skipping the final phase of Mithrix is an exploit that I'm surprised has never been fixed. I'll say that. Actually, that kind of needs an asterisk because I believe they have attempted to fix it before, and it has not succeeded. But also, I'm kind of impressed that I managed to do that without the help of any sort of bleed effect. And without the aid of any extra players, nor, like, hardcore drone armies. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy, I thought I had to actually get inside the ship. No, I just got blinded again. As we cutscene away. And it has been so long since I have seen this cutscene. Like, just an incredible length of time. And yet, the whole moon gets put into void arrest for some reason. Well, there we go, everybody. We completed a whole one run of Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, these can get kind of lengthy. Ready to recharge, indeed. I think I'll be ready for Tuesday, when Seekers of the Storm comes out. Don't know what I'm going to stream on Monday, but I'll start streaming unlocking the content in Seekers of the Storm on Wednesday. And hey, a long list of credits of, tragically, probably a lot of people here who are no longer involved with this project. Oh well. Well, I think Hopu Games still exists. It's just that they're not attached to the Risk of Rain franchise anymore. Because, yeah, they had to sell that to Randy Pitchford, etc. Asterisk, they sold it to Gearbox, not specifically to Randy Pitchford, but, you know, I just think that he is such an odious person that I was preparing to tell a joke about him again, but I didn't get it together. And yet I'm still gonna end up buying the fucking DLC because, you know, I don't know what to tell you, folks. I just really love this game. So, with all hope, Hopu Games will do something else in the future. I did play and mostly enjoyed Deadbolt. So, I mean, their work on this franchise has never been a fluke, is all I can really say. And indeed, we have everything unlocked again. Actually, this kind of bugs me a little bit. Put it back.